Hey guys, Dr. Christy Ennis. Today we are going to go over the exercises that you need to do to help support this whole joint right here, to stop the pain and to stop it from coming back. That's also really important. Now all the exercises today are strengthening exercises, right? We're going to pump you up. See if you can get what that's from. Because this area needs stability. So we're at least going to work on pumping up those glutes, those abs, some of those hips, and even the pelvic floor muscles. They play a role too. Those are the stop the pee muscles, in case you were wondering what those are. So you will need a band for today, a mat or the bed. You can do these instead of on the ground, and a pillow. Okay, so this is the step in the rehab process that I see go wrong most often. Most people are like, yeah, I get to strengthen. I need to strengthen, right? You're feeling a little better, but it's still sore. So people like hop into lunges or they start doing these standing things to work these glutes. But you do not want to do that. Anytime you do standing single leg exercises, you actually pull and tug on that SI joint, which tends to then bring more pain, which we don't want. Not that they're bad exercises to do eventually, they're just not what you want to start with in the beginning, which is what we're going to go over today. So we're going to start standing. You're going to grab your band. My patients always tell me this should just be a separate exercise, getting the band on and off. This is going to go above the knees. Bring those hips and feet hip width apart. You're going to press out against that band, and then you're going to go into a squat. So it's not a regular squat. We're actually adding a little bit more of that glute work. So sometimes this is a good one for knees too, and it helps you squat a little bit better. Now from here, if you want to shoot for about 10 repetitions, add a little bit more glute work in. You're actually going to think and pull those knees apart and back in. I'm staying steady everywhere else, but pulling those knees. This is like a potty walk here to turn to the side, and just so that you can see kind of what that hip is doing a little bit there. And yes, I definitely can feel this. And forgive me, my back is also tight, so I apologize. I think I was actually folding forward a little bit there. All right, we're going to move on down to the ground. Keep that band on if you can. If any of these now on the ground are challenging or too challenging with the band, take it off. It's all right. So you're going to bring your heels together, toes apart. I've got a little resistance, obviously, in that band, and then I'm lifting that butt up. So really think about squeeze into those buns a little bit more as you come up. It almost sounded like Cookie Monster. You don't have to make that noise. Just like so. One more here. Good. Okay. Now, to start getting those deeper abdominals engaged, we're not doing any crazy, wild, sit-up-y like thing. So what happens more often than not is that these deep abdominal muscles are not working so well. So we want to actually focus on that a little bit first. So what you want to do is gently pull that belly button in so that we're activating those deep muscles. Not like Thanksgiving Day, suck in, just like a little bit, like your pants are a little tight. I'm not rocking, just pulling that belly button in. I can link a video for that too on how to go over that. But from here, making sure that you keep your hips nice and stable, you're going to pull one leg out and back in. Notice the other leg is not moving. If you do, it means you're not using those abdominals or those side bends anymore. And you want to make sure that you're trying to keep that belly button pulled in. So that's why I have my fingers kind of slid in from the top of my hips, and I can feel those muscles activate. So again, try to shoot for about roughly 10 on each side, okay? Number next, taking this off. It's okay if it's not as easy to get off as it is either to get on, but we're going to take the ball or a pillow, although these are like 99 cents at the drugstore, but you can use a pillow. Going to squeeze that in between those knees. Again, abs, buns. Lift and add that little bit of a squeeze. Now we're going to work a little bit of that inner thigh, still the glutes, and even some of those pelvic floor muscles are going to try to kick in to help us out here a little bit, right? We're working it all to help protect that darn spine. Okay. Whee. And I like the pretty pink ball, so that's why I've got this one. Good. We're going to do one more here, and then I'm going to go right onto my side. The other side. So again, if we're doing single leg exercise, doing them on your side or doing them actually on your stomach tends to be a little bit more gentle than if we're doing a standing exercise and really having to stabilize, right? I've got the ground supporting me. So I'm going to bring my legs back so that I'm in a nice straight line here. Feet are together, and I'm going to lift that top knee up without rolling backwards. That's also key, okay? So again, trying to work in through here. If this is too easy, you can use your band and put that above the knees, or here's another variation that I really like. Both of those lower legs lift up, keep those feet together, and then lift that knee, and you're going to go, wee. I feel those buns kicking in, okay? So either one of those will work, and do both sides, all right? And then the last one, now I have a pillow here. I'm going to get rid of my ball. There's my excellent throwing ability. Pillow's going to go underneath the hips because when you're first starting to feel better, the SI joint, like I said, can still be a little uncomfortable. This actually just helps support that pelvis. So you might need a little bit of a thicker pillow. If this exercise feels 100% fine, you can get rid of the pillow, but I do find that it tends to help. So you're going to bend that knee. I'm going to squeeze into those buttons again, little pelvic floor squeeze and lower abdominal squeeze. And then I'm just lifting that bent knee towards the ceiling, not arching, right? That's really important. It's just this tiny little lift. And you can keep your head protected and your neck protected here too. Right, so it's really just squeeze that butt and then think of lifting. I'm a little tight too, so you might even lift higher than I. There we go. Good, and again, both sides. Adjust the pillow height as needed for comfort. So thanks so much for tuning in today. Please subscribe if you liked this information and stay tuned for more.